Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I am your host, Candy Washington, and this is Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self care. And I cannot wait to help you lead a more joyful life. But before we dive into today's episode, which is one of my favorite lifestyle hacks to really leap into becoming your future self quicker, faster, and easier, be sure to subscribe to this channel and like the video if you're watching us on YouTube, or subscribe, rate, and review if you're listening on your podcast platforms. If you're listening on the podcast, and also be sure to like this video as well if you're listening on YouTube. And don't forget that we have a ton of goodies in the description box and in the show notes. We have merchandise, courses, free self-love masterclasses, and just a ton of great goodies and resources for you. So don't forget to check out the show notes and the description box to grab those goodies. So without further ado, let's dive in. So if you are looking to become the next version of yourself, the next level of yourself, your future self, quicker, faster, and easier, then this is one lifestyle hack that I wanted to share with you. And if you're like, well, what do you mean becoming your future self? Like, for example, say you really want to get super fit, you want to get really healthy, and you want to become the healthiest, strongest version of yourself, right? But say today you're just like eating a ton of food that might not be in alignment with that goal. Again, I never want to villainize any food group or put any emotional tie to a food or a type of food, but this is just an example of just say you really want to get in shape. And so maybe you're eating food that might not be in alignment with getting in shape, and you're like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to prep my meals. Tomorrow I'm going to start, a juice cleanse. Tomorrow I'm going to do it, and then I'll be going strong. But today I'm just going to eat whatever I want and do whatever I want and not worry about it. When you do that, what you're really saying is, in this moment, I'm not worthy and deserving of putting in the effort and the time to become the next version of myself. Another example could be, say you want a new job, you want to make more money, and you're like, well, today I'm just gonna, play on Instagram, or look at TikTok videos, or play video games, or do something. Tomorrow I'll start looking for jobs. Tomorrow I'll start applying to jobs. I'll do it tomorrow. So you're kind of putting becoming your future self separate from you, like you're not it right now. It's something that you want to be, and that you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But if you really want to become the healthiest, strongest version of yourself, if you want to become the next version of yourself that has the better job, the dream job, more money, the next version of yourself that has learned a new skill or has, something else going on for you, then really what you want to start doing is not seeing a separation between you and your future self, and know that everything you do now, everything you do in this moment is a reflection of your future self. So you're either saying, I'm ready to invest in becoming my future self now because that is who I am and that's what my future self would be. Or you're just going to say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and you procrastinate. So when you find yourself doing that, the lifestyle hack to do is just to stop and think and ask yourself, what is the one thing that I can do today that is in service of becoming my future self? So you're not putting it off to tomorrow. You're not going to start next week. You're not going to wait until the first of the month. You're not going to wait until Monday. You're going to do something today. It doesn't have to be this big, huge thing. It doesn't have to be life-changing. It doesn't have to be super difficult. You don't even have to complete it. You could do 10% of it, 20% of it, 30% of it. But what's just one thing that you could do today that's in service of your future self? For example, say it is you really want to get fit, and you're like, oh, I'm going to start eating better tomorrow or the next day. Maybe you are indulging a little bit. Well, then maybe have your dinner be that really healthy, balanced meal that you're putting off. Maybe you go for a jog. Maybe you take a yoga class that day. Maybe you go to the grocery store and buy, good fruits and veggies or whatever the case may be. What is it that you can actually do in this moment today? Not putting it off, not tomorrow, not as soon as, but what is that one thing that you can do today that is in service of becoming your future self? Because then what you're saying is, not only am I becoming my future self, but I already am my future self. I am that person. And being that person, that is what they would do. They would eat the healthy meal, they would go to the yoga class, they would go for the jog. They would do that. That's what they would do. And so that's not just who I'm becoming, that's the essence of who I already am. So that's a quick way to go from where you are to where you want to be. Another example, say you want a new job, instead of saying, tomorrow I'll, start looking, what's the one thing that you could do today that's in service of that future self? You could send an email to your friends asking if they know anybody who has jobs opening. You could reach out to your network of people, past employers or coworkers. You could, make sure that your resume is like all put together, and ready to go. So when you are actually, getting ready to send it out, you don't have to then spend the time getting your resume together. It's already done. You did it today. You could go on LinkedIn. You could do whatever, What is it that you could do today, right now, in this moment, that is in service of your future self? Because I think that is what happens sometimes. We think, oh, I'll just procrastinate today. I'll just indulge today. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. And then you put it off and you put it off and put it off. But there's something very powerful energetically that when you say, no, I'm going to do something today, that's in service of my future self. That gets that momentum going. That is really energetic. That's the decision backed by action. And that really puts you in the essence of being, that future self, the one with the healthy body, the one with the money, the one with the new job, new home, new relationship, whatever the case is. If you want to start dating, sign up for the app today, start talking to a relationship coach today, whatever it is. Don't put it off and put it off and put it off. Just think, what is it that I can do today that's in service of my future self? And to help you stay accountable at the end of the night, write down in your journal, the thing that I did today that was in service of my future self was, to keep yourself accountable. And if you can't think of anything, then get out of bed, get out of wherever you are, and do one small thing, whether it's, write an email really quickly to someone, whether it's, getting your outfit ready for the next day, for the next morning, if it's, prepping a meal or something, just whatever a little tiny thing is that you can do to stay accountable to yourself. And I promise you, if you just have the mindset and you ask the question, what's the one little thing that I can do today that's in service of my future self? And if you do that every day, over and over again, that is the quickest, fastest, easiest way to get from where you are to becoming who you want to be. So as always, if you found this episode inspiring, if you found some value in it, please be sure to share this with a friend, because your journey to self-love and self-worth is always better with some support. Also, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, rate and review as well. And again, be sure to check out everything in the show notes and in the description box. We have tons of good goodies down there. And if you have any questions or you need any guidance, feel free to reach out or comment below. So as always, everyone, until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!